Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Mr. McGhee, thank you directly for coming by. I also want to thank Sicko for talking with you and making this happen. So we appreciate you coming by, my man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm super stoked to be on. Honestly, I'm just up in Sedona, just enjoying a little bit of sunshine. Freaking ran a 10-mile run like throughout the mountains today. It was pretty intense.
And where are you located, sir?
Arizona, but usually Phoenix. I'm out of Phoenix, but Sedona is like 130 miles north of Phoenix. And it's just like beautiful red rock and scenery and just all that good stuff.
Hell yeah, man. Well, like I said, putting a 10-mile run and still putting in time for the fans, that's the kind of stuff we never forget and we talk about. We tell everybody what kind of man and awesome sportsman you are. Obviously, this did not go the veterans' way. Mr. Lee got smoked. But before we get into making picks and getting your thoughts on what's left on this card, do you have anything going on with you? Obviously, you got your fight coming up. We'll talk about that in a second. But outside of that, is there anything you want to promote? I don't know. Maybe there's a product line or something of yours that we don't know about that you want fans to know about?
Well, I do have some fight shirts dropping here in the next couple of weeks, but for the most part, I've just been really working on my cooking show project and my podcast project. The podcast is Punches and Pints, and I just bring on just cool guys and females. I haven't had any females on yet, but I plan to have females on as well, and just talk to them about their process, their life, how they got into business that they've been into. A lot of them are entrepreneurs or people that just own their own businesses that kind of started up from the bottom, and also we just talk about mental health and just everything, just kind of see how people are and check in on them. So that's been a lot of fun. And then if anybody wants to go check out my YouTube channel, Munchies with Marcus, I've been throwing up some content on there that's been pretty funny. I didn't know how it was going to play out at first, but I've been enjoying it a lot of times, and it's been coming out pretty good. So I've been pretty happy about that.
Hell yeah! You said that's a cooking channel where you're showing us some interesting dishes.
Yep. Just messing around and cooking up some food. That's about it.
That's what's up, my man. And I want to touch on the other part you mentioned, some fight shirts? Question mark. Is that?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got like a little 25 set run right now. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be dropping them. It's I don't know if anybody watches Dragon Ball Z, but it's like I'm calling it my Ultra Instinct drop. So it's pretty cool. I had some animators do a little messing around and turn me into an anime character and incorporate that into the shirt. So pretty excited to be dropping it.
Hell yeah. Most definitely.
That's fucking cool.
Awesome on many levels. Love for DBZ for life. Second, I would love to get a couple of those shirts and share it with some of the people in the space. So I've done merchandise giveaways for some other fighters and bought some stuff and given it away. So hopefully we can link up and get something like that happen, because you said there's only 25 of them. So I would love.
I still got some.
Yeah,
I still got some. You should definitely DM me, and we can figure out how I can get them sent over to a couple different sizes. I think I'm all out of medium, but I think I still have some large and extra large left. So maybe we can throw those out there and do like a product giveaway before they even drop too, because I haven't even dropped them or started teasing dropping them yet. So it'd be cool for some people to get them before the drop.
Hell yeah.
Is this an exclusive?
Is this an exclusive?
Yeah. This is an exclusive. Yeah, it's an exclusive. It's a collab with Mental Joe Apparel. Basically, mental health. They're in the mental health space, but they're also an apparel company. And they just have some really cool designs, and a cool background. So me and them got linked up to my nutritionist, and we ended up collabing, just linking up. And this is gonna be our first drop going down, and then I have another drop already ready to drop after the fight too. So I wanted to drop one before the fight and drop one after the fight.
Dope, brother. That's dope.
Excellent. Well, 100%. I will be DMing you very shortly about that. I'm all on top of that. Like I said, I've done a few autograph sessions with some fighters that have come through, merch giveaways and stuff like that. And I appreciate you even saying you want that you would give us the opportunity to promote your stuff. So hell yeah, man, we're all about that. Now, anything else? Because I mean, that's a good amount of stuff. Anything else that the fans should know about you before we start talking about your fight?
I mean, that's pretty much it. I just those are kind of the things I have going on right now. I plan on doing a bunch more stuff with skateboarding later on too, because I'm a big skateboarding fan, and I definitely want to start getting more into the skateboard world again. Because when I was younger, before I ever thought about fighting, I thought I was semi-pro skateboarder. I was competing all over Arizona, and I was doing pretty good. But life happens, kids happen, and that all fell off. And then next thing you know, I'm a fighter. So. I definitely like to start dipping back into that. I just dropped. I guess there is more. I just dropped a new board with one of my buddies from high school. So he just did a little a graffiti board for me. So I got a skateboard out there now. So that's pretty dope.
Hell yeah! See, there's always a little more, man. You fighters are like onions. There's layers, right? Good old Shrek
I
joke
like
there.
that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, and for everybody, I don't know if Marcus can hear me yet or not, but I did share up at the top link to his YouTube channel, so you guys definitely
Oh,
go check
sorry,
that
brother.
out.
I think you cut out on me, man.
Sicko was saying,
Oh, he can't hear me,
yeah,
right?
Sicko, step out and come back in. That's what fixed it for me. So yeah,
Gotcha.
but come right back up. And Sicko, once again, thank you, Sicko, for linking us up with Marcus. And I'll just repeat what Sicko had said so you could hear it, Marcus, is that Sicko shared the link for your YouTube channel up in the Teletron here, up in the Jumbotron, for everybody to quickly have access to your YouTube channel. So everybody go check it out and subscribe, because the man is multifaceted, multi-talented, and that's what we like. Now, obviously, the big question, is your fight coming up. You had an opponent change. Now you're going against JP Bays. How I would like to ask, how is it for a fighter that you're, significantly through your journey of your fight camp, and there's a change of opponent? Is there a big change in what you do, or do you just keep marching on with what you had going on?
I think I just keep marching on. I think that, like at the end of the day, it's all about me stepping in there and being the best version of myself. Now, I definitely need to look at Buys, and he's a dangerous guy. Still, a lot of people are counting him out, and I'm just not that type of person. Any man can have their night. Buys had a lot of hype behind him when he won the Ultimate Fight, or won the his contenders fight, and he's had some bad luck there. But I'm not going to go in there and think for a second that I'm just going to kill this guy, because I absolutely plan on going out there, and that's what I plan to do, is finish this guy, and that's the plan. But nothing really changes. I think that we stick to the script. We exploit things that he already does, and I just work on things that I do really well already.
Respect to that. And yeah, 100%, man. I'm with you, because all of you guys have put in a lot of work to be there, and like you said, two grown men scrapping. Anything can happen, and you got to respect that. And to look through opponents is there's a long history of fighters who've done it, and the bad things come of it, right? So definitely not
Yeah,
that.
no, you're 100% right. I said it to my wife. I was like, hey, I'm not looking past this guy. I'm looking him right in his eyes. I'm not looking past him. He's the next cog in my journey. And I'm gonna be very much present in me and his battle. And then whatever happens after that happens after that. But very much present in the fact that he is my opponent, and give him the respect that he deserves.
That's what's up. Now, this has very little to do with real life, because you're the one that's got to go in there and earn it. But I just want you to know that fighters that have come into our space, all but one of them have, only one fighter that had an upcoming fight and visited us has lost. So that's roughly about 27-1. So you got good.
I like those odds.
You got good luck on your side, my friend.
I like those odds. I like those odds a lot.
Yeah. So just sharing. Now I want to check in with my co-host, make sure his connection is good. Sicko, you there?
Testicles 1 2. Testicles 1 2. Can y'all hear me?
All right.
Marcus, can you hear me finally?
Yeah, I heard you. I heard the testicle part for sure.
Yeah, that's the most important part, bro. As long as you heard that part, we're good. Finally in here. Oh, but anyway, I was saying before I had to leave, I did share Marcus's YouTube channel up at the top. He's gonna be modest, but it is phenomenal, guys. Go check it out. It's not your everyday like MMA fighters YouTube channel where it's like fight breakdowns, fight predictions. Like it's a dope ass cooking channel, but it's actually really high quality. I don't know how many people he has with him. Like I don't know the team size, but it's really high quality stuff. The sound quality is great. The production, whoever's editing that,
What was
Marcus,
that?
is freaking awesome.
He's saying that your YouTube channel is very very high quality, that the production value is very high, and
And the
the
editing.
editing is good. It's not like some typical fighters channel, so that you put a lot of production into it, and you can tell that it's very high quality.
Hell yeah,
Thank you.
I can say that for sure, man. I can confirm because I've actually checked it out since Sicko shared it with us previously in our chat. Because I'm into barbecue and you do a lot of shit on the grill, so you know I was gonna be there checking it out. And for sure, man, it's good viewing, bro. And you're funny as hell with it too. So I love it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I just want to keep going with it, having fun with it, entertaining everybody and just showing that cooking's a lot of fun, and you sometimes like my wife is really big on like she like doesn't want to cook. Oh, people are gonna hate it. And I'm like, just enjoy it and people will usually enjoy it. So that's and I appreciate it. We definitely put a lot of time and effort and the videographer that I'm using, he's great, and he's been around for a long time, so it's really cool that he's been able to like really work with me and do it. And it's taken a lot, but it's really been a lot of fun. So we're gonna still keep on dropping them all the way up to the fight, and then we might have like a lapse where it's like a 3 week instead of every 2 weeks. But right now, I'm kind of dropping everything every 2 weeks.
Perfect. I got one question though. Why no charcoal grilling, bro?
Just not yet. Just not yet. I got a smoker. I got the grill. I actually got a. I got a.
Oh, now you're talking my language, my brother.
It's coming. It's coming. I promise. It's gonna be. I can't eat all that just yet now, and I just hooked up a chicken pound. So I've been promoting chicken pound. So all my meals coming up are gonna be more like in the chicken pound department. But don't get me wrong. I got some good old stuff coming. I won't release exactly what it's coming, but we're gonna be smoking up and barbecuing and ribs, all the whole nine.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I touching on what you said there, being fun. So I love the process, man, and it's kind of like for me therapy where I can zone out on everything and just focus on running that fire and just getting that food cooked, man, and just concentrate on that. Like after a whole week of all crazy shit with work and whatever, just doing a barbecue. I mean, people in here can probably tell you it's literally almost every weekend, even in the winter, I'll barbecue, bro. Because I just love
Hmm.
that process, zoning out and focusing on something completely different.
Yeah, Den is our
Yeah.
resident chef and grill master. So it's good. It's good to have a fighter in here that shares the same passion for sure. Uh,
Oh yeah, then he's the real master. Then I'm just impeding in his space for a moment.
nah, nah,
Hell
man.
no,
We
brother.
always have an open spot for you, bud. And just for the people who just joined in, we're gonna be doing a limited fight shirt giveaway from Marcus McGhee. He has them custom made, a custom theme, and we've been luckily to be granted on the spot opportunity to get some of his shirts before they are released. Heard that first. Before they are released. So if you're interested in a shirt, DM me. Get on that waiting list. We can make it happen. I'm gonna do all the legwork, make it happen, get it out to you. So, Mr. McGhee, thank you for that. Definitely thank you for that opportunity. Now, circling to this fight card, and I know you were busy running, so you couldn't, watch the stuff that happened earlier. But is there a fight on this card that you have your eyes on?
Yeah, I mean that Strickland fight definitely I has my eyes too. I mean, I don't know, like, I can't think of his name, the Russian guy's name, but he's a beast, man. And Strickland's a monster too. He's like, he doesn't really get finished like that. Pereira did him pretty dirty, but not too many people do him like that. So I'm excited to see how he deals with the wrestling. And I'm also excited to see how he decides to use his jab and how he decides to strike with the guy. So that was one of the ones I was definitely looking forward to. And then the Kevin Lee one, that was one of the ones I was looking forward to. There's a couple others, but I just can't think of them right off the top of my head.
The Bonfim,
Yeah,
Bumpy fight is gonna be a banger, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. There's the Bonfim fight. I think has some of our
Savage.
attention. And just
He's the one that knocked out Terrence McKinney, right? Isn't he the one that with
Yes,
his knee?
sir.
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was another guy that I was looking at for sure too, because I trained with Terrence for a while. And Terrence is a savage, you know, and he was doing good in that fight. And Bonfim found that shot, and that was high IQ. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking at him too.
All right, there's one fight. If I was to give you one fight that I would say, hey, I know your time is precious, but you want to go back and check it out, go check out Elvis Brenner versus Guram Kutaladze. It was fireworks the whole time. So,
Okay.
yeah, you want to go when you got time to go back and check the card out. And just in case we don't have you, for too much longer, I don't know what your time schedule is. I just want to get your pick for the main event: Strickland or Abbas Magomedov.
Man, like, how do you go against Magomedov? You know what I'm saying? I feel like he has more tools to mix it up. Now, I mean, Strickland's a monster. He might pull it out of his trick book, but I just feel like Nurmagomedov got it.
All right, fair enough, and I appreciate your early call on that one. Now, I'll open it up to people in the room. Use the heart plus icon on the bottom with a emoji to the far right that has the hand up. If you want to ask a question to Marcus, please put your hand up so I can recognize your question and get you in here. Sicko was the man who got you in here, and I know his feed's a little mixed up. Sicko, I'm assuming you got something you want to say to Marcus because you're the one who brought him here, my man.
Yeah, I mean, if you can hear me, great. If not, just relay it for me,
Okay.
Rob. But
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. So one thing I was going to ask you, Marcus, with the fight change, right? JP Buy steps in. Do you guys have kind of like a little team versus team feel now? You know, JP training with Aljo and them. Obviously, you are main training partner to Sean. We know that fight's coming out now. You and Buys. Does it have that feel, or is it just that's kind of irrelevant to you?
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant to me. I don't really think about it like that. I appreciate the information though, because I didn't know he was up there. I thought he was I didn't know where he was coming from. You know, I didn't get the news until yesterday. And again, I was up here just kind of enjoying the family and kind of trying to drying things out before this camp really gets going. Because I mean, I've already been in camp already, but want to take this weekend just to kind of run and kind of get my chakras together. But yeah, I got the fight yesterday. I didn't know where he was training out. I don't know a whole lot about Boz. I did watch him on the Contender Series. And yeah, it's great that he's training with good training partners. I'm happy to hear that because I plan on bringing every weapon I have, and I hope he brings every one of his.
Sweet. Yeah, that was my first reaction when I saw that it was him stepping in. I was like, oh, I see why they took that fight. They're like, this is the training part. It's a good idea for us to see somebody. You know how people are always trying to find some type of edge or some type of step up. But yeah, I saw him training with Aljo and them. Him and Julian Arosa are supposed to be like the emulators of Sean. So I guess he was just already training, so he was ready to go. But
Oh
just
wow!
wanted to see if you knew that
Wait,
or if that was in your mind at all.
no, that wasn't in my mind at all. And they're using JP Buys as an emulator for Suge?
Him and Juicy J, Julian Arosa. Yeah,
Yeah,
those are his
yeah.
two main partners right now.
That's crazy because that's just two different heights, because I mean, I don't know much about JP Buys. I looked him up. He said he's 5'5" though. And Suge's like damn near 6 feet.
Yeah, Aljo's explanation was the movements of those two to try to emulate. But this funny thing is, the last thing I saw from not Sean but Tim Welch was like, those are not good guys to
Yeah,
emulate.
none of them move like Sean O'Malley or strike like him.
Yeah, it's interesting, and
Yeah.
That's a weird as hell choice.
Mr. McGhee.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Yeah, Mr. McGhee, I'm legitimately 6 foot tall, like barefooted, and I'll tell you that JP is generously 5'5". I got to meet him at the PI once, so yeah, you're right. He's not the tallest of people. So it's a very interesting combination there.
Yeah, I figure he's just got to be utilizing some of his grappling, maybe just trying to tire him out and use a good gas tank, something like that. I would assume because he's coming up to bantamweight, so I would assume his gas tank's going to be better, chin's going to be a little bit better, all those things. So I mean, that's cool. I mean, I'm helping Suge too, I give him rounds too. There's other guys that are helping him out as well, but I'm definitely one of those guys that are always willing to give Suge rounds too. So. I guess, and I mean, I wouldn't say I'm Aljo. I definitely think there's things that he does that I can do well. And I've been showing Sean those looks as well. But yeah, to say I'm like very similar to Aljo would be a false lie. So I mean, maybe that's how they feel too. Like, oh, why are they using Marcus? He's a striker, even though he just subbed this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Well, that whole team right now, like everyone out of Phoenix, and you guys just have an endless amount of training partners right now, man. You guys have so many different styles up there.
Yeah, I will say there's never a day that goes by where I feel like I can go in the gym and be late.
Did we lose him? I think we might have lost him for
Mr. McGhee,
Mr. McGhee.
Yeah, you said that for me too.
don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Good Hulk reference.
No, don't. Yeah.
It was like right. It
Best
was like
of
right
one.
at the line. It was like right when he was about to say something.
Yeah, he's
like,
right at the
he's like, I never go up to the gym and feel like
boom,
But like, what?
punchline averted. Marcus, if you can hear us,
Did I cut
yes,
out on you
you
guys?
did, sir. You're back.
Yeah.
You're back, Marcus.
I'll feed you the line that right where you're at. You said you walk into the gym and you never quite feel like, and then cliffhanger.
We still on the
Yeah,
cliff.
we're still on the cliff. This is high suspense drama.
Still hanging.
Uh-oh. Spaces, internet, connections, and things. They don't always go as planned. Just like Marcus, he had one opponent scheduled. Now he has a different one. We'll see if he's able to reconnect again.
Can you guys?
Oh,
You're back, Marcus.
no,
He
it fully
kicked him all the way out.
kicked him. Hiya. Karate kick right out of here. I'm sure he'll be back. He's attempted multiple times to come back. Well, I think he's back again. So we'll just be patient. Let the internet do its thing. And
Back again.
Marcus, I think you just got to unmute yourself now. I think you're reconnected. So just go. The icon on your lower left will unmute yourself. But who knows? Because Spaces is Spaces is funky like that.
That's all right.
And he's been putting in the effort to fight the gremlins of the space. So we'll just hold our breath and we'll continue on when he gets back.
This is a long in between, huh? Or is it just me?
I don't think they planned on their feeder fight going 10 seconds. Yeah.
Are they not trying to broadcast through Twitter? Are they? Because it's going to be a while.
It's terrible, but true and funny. Dang. I mean, I don't know. Look, there's 3 of us in this space that have paid for the blue check mark, and it's kind of dumb that they fuck it up for the people who are paying for it. There we go. Marcus is back. We'll do a take 5 when he gets the microphone back in his hands. As it should be passing the microphone through the internet to him now. Hopefully it works.
Microphone check 1 2. What's the dealio?
All right. We got you, Marcus.
Yeah.
Thank you for fighting the internet one more time.
Barely hearing anybody.
Dude, this space, and not just this space, spaces in general are littered with bugs, and right now is peak crap time, I guess.
Oh. I'll finish what I was saying too. I was just saying that it's never a dull day at practice. Basically, every day I go in there, I feel anxious because I know even whether it's wrestling, whether it's striking, whether it's whatever it is, I'm gonna get hard work every single time. There's no slouches, nobody who I can get an easy day with. So that kind of feels good knowing that, and I take that into the fight with me. I don't expect it to be an easy fight. If it is, great. If it's not, I was already ready for it.
Respect to that, man.
Not hearing me is the Twitter feature most worth paying for.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And when you're talking about that kind of hard work in the gym, you hear it from a lot of great champions, right? Make it hard in the gym, and then it's easier come fight time. And I don't know if that's 100% true or not, because I don't fight, but I'm assuming it is, given the fact that a lot of fighters have said it. Do you feel that way?
I do. I feel like you practice. If you practice that way, you're going to show up that way. And then it's just like you're gonna go into the cage and already have expectations of it being hard. So when it gets hard, it's not like it's a surprise. I think sometimes guys go in there and they just expect it to be easy. I heard a lot of guys saying like, "Oh, this is such an easy fight for Marcus," and it's like I am never gonna go into any fight that way ever. I don't care who says it or where they're saying it. Like it's just not a good mentality to go in there, because then you go in there and you're in the second round and something bad's going on and you're thinking, "Oh, what the hell? It was supposed to be easy." It's like, no, I'm not planning on an easy fight. I'm planning on a very hard 3-round banger, and I do want to finish this man. And if I get any chance to do it, I will. But the plan is to be ready to go hard 3.
Respect to that, 100%, man. Always respecting your opponent on the other side.
What's the saying is? The saying is train hard, fight easy.
There we go. That's concise.
Yeah, and the problem is if you think that a fight is easy, that mindset that you have, you're not going to be fully focused, or you won't have that focus where you're looking out for every and anything because you're not expecting it.
Yep.
It's a dangerous mindset.
Yeah. And then again, like you guys said, he's training up there at a good gym. So I'm not going to take this guy lightly at all. I'm busting my ass. And I'm going to show up and I'm going to be ready to fight the best guy in the world. That's what my plan is.
And that's
the other aspect to it, right? Sorry to cut in on.
Go, Dan, go.
Being in a good gym, right? They're never going to allow you to take a fight or think that a fight is going to be easy, because that would be a disservice to you from the gym.
Absolutely.
And your training partners.
Now, something you might not know, Marcus, is Den actually has some pro fights. To his credit, he's fought Muay Thai and MMA back in the day. So he's speaking not just as a fan, but as someone who's been in there and done the art. So he respects what you guys go through in kind of a slightly different way than a lot of us can appreciate.
Well, yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. It's always nice to hear from somebody who has competed too, because it is just a slight different thing, like it's easier when you're not in it to take things for granted, and then when you've been in there and you've been in there with people that you think that you should have smashed, and it's like an even fight. I've had multiple of my training partners that I'm looking at, I'm like, man, this guy, he's like this, I don't know who they set this guy up with. He's going to smash him. And then he's in the fight of his life. It's like, it's a respect, and you got to show respect. And I think that's what captured me about mixed martial arts and martial arts in general. Is like, if you don't respect people and you don't give things the due respect that they deserve, well, I think you're going to be in trouble when it comes time, All
right. And bringing that back to your new opponent, you said you found out yesterday that your opponent had switched to JP?
No, I knew that Gaston was out. I've known that for a few weeks, for like basically the week after it got announced, I had heard about it. But yeah, I just found out yesterday that JP actually accepted a fight. So I just told him, hey, I'm going to be ready. Just if you guys find me somebody, I'll be ready no matter what. I'm already training, so I'm going to stay to the same plan. And then they hit me up yesterday. My manager hit me up yesterday. I said, hey, this is the guy. What do you think? Obviously, I was like, yes, let's go. My coaches were like, yes, let's go. And I trust them. I trust them and my management. So, we're going to do everything we can to make sure we walk away with our hand raised.
Well, I respect you telling us that, because I don't want to give a shout out to Marcel Dorf, because he broke the news to us yesterday. So the fact that it was official yesterday and we as fans found out yesterday, I just want to give a little shout out to the hardworking people in MMA media and to you for, letting us know that's how it worked. Now that being said, obviously you still gotta do more of your, film evaluation of Mr. Bays and all that stuff. Is there something off the tip, though, just talking about you, not really about him, something that you feel confident as your advantage going into this fight?
I don't know. I feel confident in a lot of different spaces, and to be honest, like I haven't really watched him a whole lot. So after I critique him and watch him, I'll definitely everyone has tails. I have tails. He has tails. Aljamain has tails, right? And it's like us finding those moments, those split seconds that separate us, So I know he does a lot of great things. He's in the UFC, I can't doubt that that he can strike, that he can wrestle, that he has jiu-jitsu, and he's training over there with those guys. So, but I have the same tool set. So, I honestly, I think that I can strike with anybody in the world. I definitely think I outstrike this guy. But if we end up into the clinch, or we end up into wrestling scrambles and jiu-jitsu, I'm comfortable there too. So,
That's
um, but my plan is always to knock guys out. Like I've been saying it since my first pro fight, and I say it, and it's not like with cockiness, like, oh, I'm gonna like, no one has a chance. It's just like that's my plan. I go in there and I have every intention of finishing guys and knocking them out, and that's my plan. If it doesn't happen, I can be okay with that, you know. But my intention is to do that.
well, sir. You follow through with your intentions because you got 6 KO wins, KO TKO wins in your 7 victories. So I mean, you're backing it up with results, not just words. You know, there's a lot of fighters who talk it like, "Oh, I'm looking for the finish," but it's right there in the proof. Your work is pretty clear on what you're trying to do. So
Well, I appreciate it because yeah, that's the plan. Like I say it and I mean it, you know, and it's no disrespect to buys, but that's what I'm training to do, you know, and I'm gonna put as much energy into this camp to be able to push a relentless pace and find those shots and finish the fight.
that's what's up, man. And of course, yeah, it's definitely not about any kind of disrespect, but you're being honest, and I love the confidence, and you have the knockout victories to prove it. Now, something I want to bring up is a little bit of the past. Had um, you had 5 amateur bouts, and it's something I like to ask some fighters about. How many do you think there's a like an ideal number of amateur bouts a fighter should have?
You know, if I had to say it, I think 6 bouts is good. I think if you had 6 bouts and good bouts against good guys and you've trained with really high level people, I think 6 bouts is good. At the same time, I think 15 bouts is good. I think 20 bouts is good, you know, especially depending on the age. If you're a younger guy, why not get as much experience in so that when you do go pro, you're really ready. You know, you're really ready
Holy
to
shit.
to take over, you know? So that's my thought. I think it's good. But like for me, like my amateur record doesn't even speak right because I was taking all types of different fights, but they're like unsanctioned fights. So like none of them a lot of fights aren't on my record, you know? So it's kind of funny to see that. There's a couple fights that I had that were in sanctioned fights and they didn't get put on there. So, you know, like my amateur record is kind of weird on there. So but yeah, I think that guys should try to have 15 fights if they can.
Respect to that. Oh wow! I have to sit small segue. Debut, finish. Wow! Just went down.
Leading with a leg kick to a guy that much has that much reach advantage on you is just asking to get punched in the face. That's the classic counter in Muay Thai. Leg kick, I'll punch you in the face. That's exactly what we
Yeah,
saw.
that was textbook. Oh my gosh. Sorry, that was such a spectacular finish that I had to break away from it. I'm gonna pass the mic to my co-host Sicko. Sicko, you got the mic, man. Run it.
Yeah, first that finish was crazy. But also, Marcus, I wanted to ask you, you entered the UFC a short notice. I remember watching beforehand. I had seen a podcast that you did with Tim Welch, and you guys were talking about your entrance into the UFC. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the plan was maybe Contender Series, or maybe you have another fight before you get that call. And then all of a sudden, like a week or so later, I see your name thrown in there. You're stepping in on short notice. What was that like? Like, what was the reaction for you and the family to get that call and be like, "Oh crap, it's go time now"?
I like it like Izzy said, like it's like art reenacting out in real life, right? We sat there and I was just being authentic and what I really believed, and he was just being authentic and what he really believed, and we were just conversating, and I really believed that I was gonna jump into the UFC, and I still believe that I'm still gonna get a lot of bonuses. Like I feel like I have that type of style. And that's the kind of style I want to bring. Like I want to win fights. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not here to point guys out. Like that's not what I want to do. I don't want to just win by points. And I don't disrespect any of those guys. That's great too if that's your style. But like for me, I want action, and I want to be the one bringing that action. So it was awesome. It was awesome. And it was just kind of like surreal to think that we had that conversation. And in the midst of the conversation, I believed it, but I didn't believe it for the end of the year. Like you said, Contender Series, maybe a short notice after I took another fight in LFA, maybe something like that. And then just so happens that boom, Johnny Newsom needs an opponent, and I did what I was supposed to be doing, and I was ready, and took the opportunity.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. A question I'd like to ask many fighters is pre-fight nerves. Happens to everyone. Even Iron Mike Tyson said he got nervous. Is there a special time, place, or usual occurrence for your pre-fight nerves, or how does it work out for you?
No, and I'm pretty open about them. Like I definitely have them. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not afraid, I'm not scared, I'm not. I have all those things, but also it's just like it is what it is. You know, I kind of deal with that as well. Like I get to do what I love, and regardless of how the 15 minutes is gonna go, I'm blessed. You know, I'm blessed to be able to do this. A lot of people didn't get a chance to be here, so for me, you know, I really actually kind of like the pre-fight nerves, and I would say for the UFC, it's not that there wasn't nerves there, but I just felt at home. You know, the staff is just so amazing, and the way the UFC handles everything, and uh, you know, it just felt right. You know, so the nerves were definitely there. I'm fighting the, you know, UFC fighter who's been in UFC 5 fights. He's a veteran. He's a black belt. I'm doing it on 3 days' notice. But the confidence and the calmness was also there. Like, I do this. You know, this is what we've been doing. There's nothing different. I step in the cage every single Saturday, every single Wednesday, and put in this work, you know, and I'm used to getting punched in the face, and I'm used to punching others in the face, you know, and it will be what it will be, as Max Holloway says.
Hey, quoting blessed. That's what's up. Just more points on why you like DBZ, quoting Max. Can I be a bigger fan of yours? I don't know. We'll keep it going. Now, expanding just a little bit further on the pre-fight nursing. You said it's something you kind of, just as a professional, you dealt with, been there, done that. Is there something you do like actively to try to combat them, or you just kind of let it pass through you?
I got a lot of people around me that just talk about being in tune with your breath. So I'm just present. You know, I think that usually when all these different emotions pop up, it's like the Stoics say, we're feeling things before we need to feel them. You know, like I don't need to feel it. I don't need to worry about the feeling of that. I'm gonna get in the cage and things are gonna go. It's gonna go crazy. I don't. And then inside of there, I can let the feelings happen when they're supposed to. But so I kind of tell myself that, like, don't dwell on it until it's there. You know, if we're in the cage and things go crazy and you know we're in a crazy scramble or we got caught or anything's going on, we'll deal with it there. You know, if we're in the cage and we just head kick this guy and he's asleep and it's over quickly, hey, well that's where you know it's like the presence. So I think for me, presence is a big key. I just focus on being present, not worrying about the outcome, just worrying about keeping my mind set and focus and concentrated.
Thank you for that answer. Now, talking about the present, I'll go a little bit in the past. Usually, a lot of us, for especially for you, going down the path of actually being a warrior yourself, there has been a fighter along the way that inspired you. Someone who maybe I don't like to use the word admire, maybe emulated, just a fan of. Was there a fighter or two that you watched back in the day and go, oh hell yeah, that dude?
You know, I'm a fan of the sport. There's so many, but if I had to say, like the guys that really inspire me, the guys I train with, watching Mario Bautista do everything he's done, and the way that he's like kind of put the lab on his shoulders and really exudes what it is to be a teammate, a hard worker. Like I love that. So I definitely follow a lot of his stuff. Being there with Kyler Phillips, you know, I've been there with him for his UFC fights since his first UFC fight. So like being with him definitely inspired me. And then just to go into some of the guys, some of the greats, you know, like Izzy, like John Jones, you know. I mean, I can't deny Jared Cannonier. I've looked up to him since before he got to the lab. I remember when I first saw him in the UFC and then met him in person. Um, so you know, I'm a fan of the fan of sport. TJ Dillashaw, I've always appreciated his style. You know, maybe not every single thing that he's done, but definitely appreciated his style and how he held himself. You know. Oh man, Corey Sandhagen. I mean, so many guys. I can just keep going. These guys are dope.
Respect to that. And yeah, and sometimes we learn from people's great moves, and sometimes we learn from their mistakes. So everybody on that list is worthy of praise. So nice solid list of teammates and people you got to know and meet, man. Now, when you have to deal with obviously the fight game, your body, everything that goes around just surrounding fights. And then there's MMA media. And I'm poking sticks at my own clan right now. Is there a question that you receive from MMA media that you're just sick and tired of answering?
You know, no, not really. You know, I mean, a lot of the questions are kind of similar, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. You know, I can respect that. I can respect that, you know, the media is trying to build a platform and they're giving me their platform to kind of expand myself, you know, because I mean, without them, I mean, I still need that success. I still need that platform to be able to get myself out there, especially because like, you know, again, like I'm a if you meet me in real life, like I'm real cool. I do a lot of cool things, but it's like on social media, I haven't always been that presence, you know, and it's huge nowadays. So being able to just be on with you guys and use your guys' platforms, I appreciate it and I don't take it lightly. So no, I haven't been frustrated at all with any of the questions.
That's wonderful, man. And going into now the fandom department, I know your journey has basically just started recently in the UFC, but have you had an interesting moment yet with the fans? Like, just any awkward moment, maybe somebody trying to get your autograph in the bathroom. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah, a couple things like that. Yeah, nothing too crazy. I can understand, you know. I can understand that I mean, just people thinking I made it too. You know, that's been the biggest thing. People hitting me up. Some people even hit me up for money. Like, hey man, I heard you got that 50K. I'm like, bro, it don't work like that. First of all, I didn't make it. You guys are like, oh, you're doing the cooking show and all these things. I spend money on all that. I'm not making any money from any of those things. That happens later on, you know. I think if anything that frustrates me the most is that some of the fans think that like you get in the UFC and it's like you got in the NFL. It's not the same thing, you know. We have a lot of work to
Hmm.
do after we get in the UFC, and I am grateful and appreciative, but I understand like this thing just started, you know, and just as fast as it started, it could be over, you know. And that's my thing. So it's crazy to me that people who aren't even in the sport are so quick to judge and think again that, oh man, no, you're set. You shouldn't have any worries anymore, you know.
Oh, Mr. McGhee, I totally understand. And on a far lower level, yeah, I totally understand what it's like to be putting money into projects and efforts just because you enjoy doing so, and people mistake that for, hey, can you help me out with this? Can you sponsor me with that? It is an interesting, weird thing, but you know what, my bro? I hope just all the best success and you get more of that, so you can tell more people no. Haha, just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Get more bonuses and tell them keep your hands in your pocket because I ain't giving you shit. Um, with that being said, now the UFC is obviously in the modern era where sponsorships are not really a thing inside the octagon. Is it now? Do you see from teammates yourself? Is there still opportunities for fighters outside of the cage to get sponsorships, or is that those days kind of gone?
It's really hard. I'll say that. I'm even in the UFC. I'm a big like I was in the cannabis industry for a long time. Like I'm doing a couple different things that I feel like a lot of even UFC fighters aren't doing. And even with all of that, it's very hard to get people to buy in because it's like, where is their ROI? You know? And I mean, for companies, whether or not like they're still trying to get a return on their investment. So like if we don't get a chance to put their logos on national TV, that was huge for us. That was where the money was at because it was like, okay, there's a big buy-in, especially now it's ESPN. It's like there's a big buy-in off of that, you know. So that does kind of suck because it's really hard for fighters. And if you are getting sponsors, it's either that you're higher up inside of the UFC or it's that you're making your own connections essentially. You know, you're networking, you're meeting people, you're having genuine relationships with people, and that's been my thing. Like I try to connect people, have genuine relationships with people, and through doing that, it definitely has added to a couple of different things that have been able to help. But again, like I don't really have many sponsors. Chicken Pound is one, and then G4 out here, which is a cannabis company out here in Arizona. They're in Tucson, but they're out here. I used to deliver to them when I was a logistic manager for Bloom, and I met them and we had a relationship, and they've been riding with me for a long time. But those are my only sponsors, really. So I'm making money off of just fighting.
Hell yeah. And we'll definitely repeat those sponsors one more time. Uh, let's hear it again so the fans can hear it. Sponsors one more time.
Yeah, so Chicken Pound, I just got with them. They have great products. I really enjoy their chicken. It's already pre-cooked. You just have to warm it up in the microwave or in a air fryer. So it's been cool teaming up with them. They have all different types of flavor. And the thing is, there's no sugar in it. It's like it's all good products. So Chicken Pound, that's a really cool one. And then Grown 4 or G4 down in Tucson, Arizona. They're a cannabis company. Their actual facility is called Tucson Cannabis Campus. They're really much into different genetics and phenotyping. So like they have all these different types of strains, and they're
Looks like we got a connection interruption. Once again,
Sorry about that, guys.
no, that's all good.
Whenever my phone,
You're good, Marcus.
You're
yeah.
good.
So G4, which is a cannabis company out here, they're just doing the next level things, different terpenes, different genetics, different phenotypes. Like they're just doing a lot of great things out here. And then Chicken Pound, which has like all organic products and everything.
I super respect that because, side note, born and raised in Hawaii, so I used to grow before it was officially okay to do so. So that's all the good stuff. And like you said, finding those terpene profiles for those of you who want to use recreational or for medical reasons, the terpenes is what makes it beneficial in your different areas that you're looking for. So that's what's up. Special high level stuff there. So go check out Marcus's sponsors. Obviously, they're good people and make good things, just like him.
Yeah.
Now, to the people in the room, if you got a question for the Maniac, use that heart plus icon on the bottom. There's a hand on the far right. Get your hand up. If you have any questions for him, now's your time, because he's spent a good amount of time with us, and I don't know how much more time he's got. And I've been throwing an arsenal of questions at him already. Sicko, I think I might have stepped on your toes. Did you have something you wanted to say, bud?
Yeah, my wife's kind of staring at me right now, so
Yeah,
I
no,
might
I
have
was
about 5 minutes.
All right,
cool,
five
cool.
minutes. 5 minutes, people. Warning. Sicko, my co-host. Go for it, bud.
Yeah, no, I was gonna tell Marcus like with the brand deals and stuff, the sponsorships. It's kind of more building content for that purpose now, right? It's kind of like the UFC is going to give you guys the platform to then create your own brand, and then you get the sponsorships for your brand, like Chicken Pound, right? You can't put their logo on a banner or on your shorts or on something to walk out in the UFC. But if you have a YouTube channel and it's a cooking show, now all of a sudden it makes perfect sense. So
Yeah.
it is crazy how you have to adjust to it and change the mindset of, all right, the UFC is where I'm going to make money. Instead, it's like the UFC is where I'm going to be able to make my brand.
Oh no, that's huge, right? And I'm with you on that. And that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanted to do these things because they sounded fun as well. But also creating that YouTube and creating that podcast, I had a lot to do with creating my own brand, right? I need to have a way that I can relate to the fans and have a platform where I can relate to the fans and to sponsors and to different opportunities that is not, having a sponsor on my banner, and a lot of guys aren't taking advantage of it. So I wanted to make sure I was one of the ones that was.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And to shout out, I do see Kyler in here, your boy jumped on in here, Kyler Phillips, the Matrix. Thank you for
Let's
being in here as
go,
well.
Matrix. What's up, baby? I saw that new chain
I-
you just got, bro. That's sick.
Hey, and not for nothing, I want to let Mr. Phillips know that you just missed a couple minutes ago. Mr. McGhee was just talking very highly of you before you got in here. Let's get the mic in your hands, Mr. Phillips. And what a special day for everybody in the
I
room.
got him.
We're not just one, but two UFC fighters in the room. Mr. Phillips, can you hear us? You don't have to unmute yourself to reply.
Oh, nice. Yo.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
What's up, bro? What you doing? What you doing, dog?
Hey, what's up, brother, man? Brother, just on here, hanging out with Sicko and the gang, man, just chopping it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just saw. This is my first time ever going on or listening to it. I didn't know you can speak and stuff, so I joined it, and now I'm talking. I'm not just listening. I'm talking.
Hell
You got
yeah.
that new fight.
Yes.
Marcus got that new fight. Shoot. Are you still in Sedona?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in Sedona right now. I'm coming back down tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just watching some of the fights, and then I was maybe gonna go to the mall, hang out a little bit.
Bro, that chain is sick. That chain, I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, but he has posted a pretty awesome. What is it? What kind of material is that?
Oh no, that's my guy. From the dojo, Senpai Sydney. He does like Charm and Sass as his company, and it's like it's really really cool. Like he like custom made it for me. It has real bone for the skull. It's like real bone, and then it has Tibetan silver, black onyx, opal. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I really dig it.
And Mr. Phillips, can you shout out your Instagram so everybody can find you real quick so
Ultimate
we can check
Matrix
that out?
Maniac. Oh, Kai Matrix.
Uh, All right. And Marcus, I'm assuming you have an Instagram too. You shout yours out, please.
Yeah. My Instagram is maniac underscore McGhee, or excuse me, maniac McGhee underscore MMA. Honestly, I'm the only maniac McGhee, so even if you just throw maniac McGhee on there, I usually pop up. It was kind of weird. I never knew that. I never really thought about it, and I was like, oh, I haven't found any other maniacs, so it'd be cool if somebody could send me another maniac. So
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Wait, so is
And
this? Oh, sorry to interrupt.
no. Go
Is
ahead.
Go
this like
for it.
a munchies? So it's like with like cannabis stuff. Or?
no, this is that's just they just threw my YouTube up there, so they just were helping me out, throw my YouTube up there for my Munchies with Marcus. We gotta get you on an episode. I know we've been talking about it, man, but we gotta throw you on
Oh
one of these
yeah.
episodes after we go collect these dubs in August. We got some work ahead of us, but when we do that, we gotta get some good meal, maybe some Korean barbecue. Who knows?
Oh,
Yeah,
bro.
he'll be smoking. He said he's going to be using that smoker that he got out there to do some barbecue. So you can get some good barbecue from Marcus.
Oh,
Hey, I'm gonna throw the invitation out right now to Marcus and to Kyler. I know you guys often work, aka fight in Vegas. When you guys are done winning and stuff, please hit me up. I would love to take you out to Korean barbecue, man. That would be an honor for me to do so. So, hit me up. I would love to do it. It sounds good to me because I won't be able to beat you guys at much, but maybe eating I could beat you guys at. You know what I mean?
All
is that
right,
Rob?
sounds like a
Rob?
plan.
Yeah, that is me, Rob
Okay.
J.
Okay.
Specknackman. That's me, man. I'd
Maybe,
love to do it.
yeah, maybe
And
maybe
you,
maybe Marcus will come out there and work out at the PI and then grab some food. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
we've been talking about, going and doing all of our testing and stuff up there. So that might be a play.
yeah, and I've only got to be there once, but that's a beautiful, amazing facility. I want to ask both of you guys individually, Marcus, what's your feelings on the PI? Like, obviously it's good, but what can you give some thoughts and insights of being able to use that facility?
Oh no, I mean, it's night and day, right? What other competitions are creating that type of platform, that we could use? They have cryo, they have the cold plunge, they have everything there, and we just have to go over to Vegas to utilize it. So it's really cool. We have everything we need at the lab too, so I loved being at the lab. But it's also nice to go down there, meet some of the other fighters, use the facility. There's like a kicking thing there that's pretty cool that calculates like how hard you're kicking. So I had fun with that too. So it's dope.
All right, and Mr. Phillips is I know you've got to use the PI. They do some really interesting tests on your body to indicate your strengths and or weaknesses and dexterity. Is how do you feel about the facility?
Oh, it's super next level. So basically, they have this lady. She's so good at what she does. She worked with the Olympics, Heather. So she's super good with all the physical therapy and stuff. And so they have that side, and then also their workout stuff is obviously super cool. And their locker room and the food's amazing that they have there. And then also
Yeah, it is.
they have coffee machines in there with espresso. They got like anything. You want a latte, you want this, you want that. You just press it of a button. They have video games upstairs, and they have a cage, a real size cage, so you can simulate, which is pretty cool. And then there's like a mad scientist there, Roman. He's pretty cool. So he's the one that does all the testing and stuff. VO2 max, and like they do. I didn't do the nutrition test yet, but I would like to try because every time I go out to Vegas, I end up eating. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to you're supposed to fast for like I think like 2 or 3 days or something while before you do your testing. So every time I go to Vegas, I end up eating food. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it next time. So yeah, that's
Well,
that.
it is what it is. I mean, you can't. Food is a never-ending temptation, especially for you guys who have a very strict weight class to fit into, and you guys are all professionals about it. So, I understand. Definitely understand. I'm not making any weight classes, and it's hard for me to say no to anything. So, I get it.
Buffalo spot. Buffalo spot.
Um, now, uh, Marcus, I know you're running out of time. I don't want to keep you any longer. I definitely don't want to make the missus mad. I just want to tell you thank you once again for your time, for coming by, giving us all your great and honest answers. And we'll be supporting and rooting for you in this space. any and all times, you're welcome to join us whenever you can.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys for having me on again, man. It's been a lot of fun. So I appreciate it, man. And yeah, hit me up about that shirt too, and we'll get
Um,
that all going too, man. I love it. I love the idea. So
I'll message you immediately. We'll as soon as this space concludes, because I'm a one-trick donkey. I can only do one thing at a time. So as soon as the fights are over, I'll message you about getting those shirts, and I would just turn it to Mr. Phillips for a second. Thank you for letting us be your first space that you've been a part of. We've actually been quite a few fighters their first spaces experience. So thank you for joining us as well.
Well, this is all to Marcus, but yeah, I just randomly went on Twitter and I was like, "What the heck?" I've never seen this thing, and I saw Marcus's, and I just pressed it. And I'm like, now I'm in this conversation. I'm like, so, all right, thank you guys. I'm gonna go too. Thanks, Marcus. Thanks,
yeah,
bro.
Thanks,
definitely, man.
Mr. Phillips.
Tyler,
Also,
before
as
you
fans,
leave,
can we call ourselves Phillips heads? And do you think that we'll provide more torque than Flatheads?
What's that?
Don't listen to me. I'm stupid.
Yeah,
No,
it's all good.
Nothing stupid. Nothing stupid. That's smart. That's smart.
I assure
Doing
you
it the
I am
right way.
stupid.
It's
All
all
right.
good. Mr. Haas is a big supporter of
yo,
Mr. Phillips. Thank you so much, Mr.
hold on
McGhee.
before Kyler takes off. Kyler, do you have a YouTube channel or anything else you want to plug, man, that everybody can subscribe to or follow you on?
Yeah, I just have my Instagram, Facebook. I have a YouTube channel, and I used to do vlogs and podcasts and stuff, but I stopped doing it. But who knows? Maybe I'll start something up here soon. But mostly just on my IG. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Well, everybody follow Kyler on here and on Instagram. Check out some cool stuff. And I know I don't want Marcus to have to plug it himself, so I'll do the bragging for him. Check out Marcus's Punches and Pints podcast, and then also the Munchies with Marcus YouTube channel. Those are both really high level, man. Definitely check those out. And then his IG as well. Doing some great stuff on there.
Sweet.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. And always appreciated. Thank you guys so much. We'll be looking forward to all of the things you guys put out. And of course, best of luck in all preparations, life inside and outside of the cage.
For sure, Marcus. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for being with us, man, and giving us the time, even though you're preparing for a fight, which I know sometimes it's not the thing to do. Like some people just don't like being distracted. But thank you so much, man, and you're always welcome to join us. We're fans.
Yeah. Thank you,
I think
Marcus.
he went.
Right as you
Yeah,
went,
Marcus.
Mr. Phillips. Same to you, Mr. Phillips. Kyler, we enjoy your fights. We enjoy you a lot too. And man, you have some of the best dressing sense in all of MMA, man. So keep it going, bro.
Great hair, brother.
Thanks, bro. All right, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Sir, be easy.